So let me chat with you here for a second. And if you will indulge me, let me tell you how I've been feeling and see if there's any crossover with you. I have spent the last 5 years ago, I was fighting against Donald Trump. And everybody was so pissed at me. But I was, up until recently, proud that I stood my ground. Up until recently, because I think I made it personal. And that was really wrong of me. But I did come through with one promise, that if he did the things that he said he would do, I'd be the first to admit it, and I would apologize on air. And I've not only apologized, but I've apologized in person. I've apologized on the phone. I've written a letter to his children because it really bothered me. I think Donald Trump is one of the best presidents we've had. It's so weird because it's not, I have a hard time embracing his approach. But then in the last few years, I've had a really hard time seeing an approach that would work other than that. Look at what this guy has been put through, and he just keeps standing. He doesn't care. He's not beholden to anyone. That is remarkable in today's politics. He has hurt the Trump hotel brand. He has really hurt that. And I can't say he did. He's just been the guy he's always been. Two years ago, I started investigating the Russia thing, maybe 3 years ago. And honestly, when it first came out before the election, I believed it. I thought, I can see that happening. Don't know if it's true, but I could see that happening. We didn't talk about it on the air because I don't want to accuse him of something like we did with Biden. I don't want to say Biden was doing all this stuff if we don't have the goods on him. And we spent 2 years investigating and a year investigating Ukraine. About 6 months just investigating what was going on in the House and the Senate and the intelligence community. I wasn't a guy who was comfortable with deep state talk. I'm telling you now, it absolutely exists. I see what's happening with the media. I see what has happened to our education centers. I know where we are. I honestly think we're at the end of the republic. Unless we remain standing. And unless we are educated and super, super sharp. I told you what I felt was coming after this election. And as Stu continues to point out today, I made a significant donation to the legal defense of Donald Trump. And I gave it before the election. I put my money where my mouth is. I believe it is important to fight with everything in you. I haven't had, I think, the right talk with you. Every day I come home, my wife says, "How was the show?" I haven't even been able to talk to her about it. It took me 3 days to tell her how I felt before the TV show 7 days ago. And every day I've gotten up and I don't know what to say to you. Because I know we're in trouble. And I feel like I'm in this holding pattern. I feel like we are in the eye of the hurricane. The storm is coming. The other side of this storm, it's worse. And it is coming. But right now, we're in this holding period of let's cross all the T's and dot all the I's. Let the attorneys do their work. And I know that's not a message you want to hear. I have looked into these. I mean, I have a sister, God bless her, and she is sending me, what about this? What about this theory? What about this? Have you heard about this? I get it. I see all the things you see. I see them all. And I have a really good research staff. And some of the things are worth pursuing. Some of them are garbage. But I know this. There is no one more motivated to get to the bottom of this election than Donald Trump and his team. And I am waiting to see what the team does. What is the White House legal strategy? Because those are the ones that none of us really have to do our homework on, because if they file frivolous lawsuits, they can be disbarred. If they are presenting fraud, they can go to prison. So not only are the stakes high because they want the president to win this election, but they also can't say anything that isn't true, at least to their knowledge. They can't say anything that's not true without losing their license. So we can't fight it on the air. And I wish I could, I really do wish in many ways I could say, man, there's fraud in Pennsylvania of 100,000 votes. I don't see it. I don't know. I still think that the ballots that who's the Supreme Court that came out? What? Yeah, Alito. That Alito came out on Saturday and said, you gotta hold these votes aside. I think there's a chance that those things come through, and it could change things. And there is no one I would like to see pay for corruption and pay for what has been done to Donald Trump more than the Democratic Party. They have been so dishonest. When we started looking into the corruption in Ukraine, I said to the staff, we have no sacred cows. We are not supporting or demonizing anyone. We want the truth. And that's the way I deal on everything with my research staff. I want the truth and overturn every single stone. And when we got there, I was surprised. I was not only surprised that Donald Trump didn't do any of this stuff. What I was really shocked at was the fact that they had done all of these things. They had done all of the things they accused him of and more. I know that we've had people on the air that just keep singing the praise of Bill Barr, but Bill Barr, I think you suck. I really think you suck. You're running out of time. Where are you on these things? Where are you? Is no one going to pay for the crimes that have been happening during this administration to this administration? Is no one going to pay for that? I think the answer to that is no. And I was trying to hold out belief. Because everything that doesn't go towards justice and towards the rule of law goes towards chaos. And chaos is our biggest enemy. I should have said to you right away how I was feeling. I used to do that more. But sometimes I think it's the worry of you that stops me from being real honest about finding the feelings that we both have. Because I don't want to be the downer in your life. If there's one thing, let me rephrase this. The biggest honor in my life has been the ability to hear clearly enough to warn you of the things that come our way in advance. But it is also the biggest curse. I grew up in an alcoholic family. I was the one that tried to make everybody laugh so we could move on. I hate tension. I hate arguments. And look who I've become. The exact opposite of that. And I, in many ways, hate it. But I am grateful for the opportunity to serve. And so probably many times I try not to bum you out more than I do usually by, Jesus is coming in 5 years or 10 years. This time I should have been more honest with you because I think we all feel the same way. We're trying to hold on to hope, and we're so frustrated by the out and out criminal acts that we have witnessed, the lies from the media that we have witnessed, the distortions, the fact that America is turning towards Marxism. It's hard to take. But you know what? We were born for this. We may not like it. We may not want to do it. We may not see a path. But there is one. Because this is what we were born to do. I'm sorry if you don't believe this, but I do. We were all born for a reason. And we may never know what that is until we cross over to the other side. But we have a mission, each of us. And that mission is based in goodness, light, liberty, freedom, things that expand mankind, not diminish. And this is your call to arms. This isn't a call to physical arms. This is a call to wake up. It's on the edge. And if we don't do the things we must do, educate ourselves, be vigilant, be strong, have a spine of steel. If you're in school and you're afraid of disagreeing with your professor or your teacher because you might get a bad grade, shame on you. If you are not willing to stand up and kindly seek answers from people, kindly correct people when they're wrong, kindly say, yes, I am a supporter. Yes, I am a conservative. Kindly, shame on you. It's going to take every single one of us. But have the hope that I know there are more with us than against us. And there are armies in the spiritual realm who are working with us as well.